Hey, John here. Today we're going to add sound to our app. And step one, of course, is to get some sounds. I have here one of my Mancala board. This is the walnut version. This is a test one I play with because it's got a little inclusion there. And here's a birch board. I am going to record the sound of one stone dropping, two stones dropping, and I think three stones dropping into an empty pit. And then the sound of that same thing, that same combo, into a pit that already has seeds in it, or stones. I got three kinds of stones to mess with. I've got the tumbled rocks that I tumble here in the shop. I've got some teal green glass gems that I get from an overseas spot. And these black river rocks. So that's going to make, let's see, three empty, three with other stones. That's 6 sounds for each one of these three, so that would be 18 audio recordings, and also do it for this board here. So I'll have 36 in total to make. That might be overkill, but you know, it's I'm just going to essentially put a mic up close to it, try to get some sound baffling, and make some nice clean sound recordings. Then jump into Audacity, clip out the wave files I need, and then try to integrate that into my app where it's dropping the doing the animations for hand and seed drops. So let's get started. Okay, I've got 36 wave files, and now I'm going to try putting them into the source code. Okay, I'm ready. Let me show you what I've done. First off, I've created a sound section for my file here. Above combo classes. Here it is. Our Kivy classes. Okay, Kivy sounds and backgrounds. And essentially, just for quick reference, rather than doing a lot of string manipulation, I've created some constants here. So walnut, birch, teal, pebble, black, empty pit, filled pit, volumes, that kind of stuff. I don't have volumes working yet. I'll do that soon. I basically got the sounds working right now. Now I'm building what's I'm calling a combo list, which is a global variable dictionary. In fact, it's a dictionary of dictionary of dictionaries of dictionaries of dictionaries, which I admit that's a lot of levels deep. It's a horrific variable. But essentially what it builds out is for any particular board, any particular seed, what's the sound file at a particular quantity, 1, 2, or many, and for a particular pit type, which is either filled or not filled. And essentially it creates these sound loaders where it loads the file. Now it creates a list of 4 of them, actually 5 of them, and then at the very end it appends a 0 to this list. And that's referenced here by play index. So essentially I have a list of 5 sound loaders and a number. And that number I'm going to use as my tracker to see which one of those sounds is playing at any one moment. Because you see, with the sound loader, you can only play one sound at a time. So if I'm quickly dropping sounds into the pits, what I found earlier when I was testing it is if I was, let's say I dropped 5 times in a row, tick, 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 only like the first and third sound would play. Because while I'm dropping into the second pit, the first sound's already playing. The sound's already playing and it can't interrupt. It's waiting for it to get finished. So it was missing sounds, and basically I want all of everything to sound at the same time. So if I'm dropping into 5 pits and the sounds take longer than the time between pits, I want those sounds to overlap each other. And so what this allows me to do is to overlap by a quantity of 5, because now I have 5 sound loaders for every sound. And I'll just rotate through those. I do something even simpler for the sound scoop. I didn't distinguish between board types and rock types because I don't think there's a lot of sound difference when you're pulling the rock out of the board. I could be wrong. I'll play with it more later. So down here, I simply have a global dictionary called sound scoop. And for either one, two, or many, I load up 5 sound loaders and then an index so I can see which one I'm on at the moment. And to that matter, let's go down to our animation for, let's go down to animations. Here it is. And this animation sound is actually coming from the seed handling, which kind of makes sense because I only have to deal with drop and scoop. So if I'm scooping, I determine the right size, again, either 1, 2, or many. And so here it is, I'm pulling the correct sound scoop file, or scoop sound reference. I update the index, I increment it by 1 modulo by the size of the list. I'll get the current index, and in there I dot play it, which starts the playing. I don't have anything other than that, which means that it'll just play to the end and there's no full control of it. I mean, once it starts playing, it will play, even if you leave the screen or switch states or anything like that. Which these are all real short sounds, but so I'm not really worried about that. And of course, just by changing that one play index number, I can increase the number of preloaded sounds. I don't know what the limit is there. I mean, I've already preloaded a lot of sounds, so yeah, I'm gonna be careful with that. Same thing here. When I do a drop, I determine drop size, whether it's 1, 2, or many. I also get the pit type, whether it's filled or whether it's empty. And using that information in the same way, I play the correct file. Right now, I've not actually enabled your ability, that'll be the next episode, the ability to actually change which board and seed you're playing. So right now, it's all going to be stuck at the walnut board with teal seeds. But that's okay. That's going to be a detail later. But let's go ahead and play this and see what it sounds like. There's multiple seeds, many seeds dropping into an empty pit. And then I'll pick this. So you should hear a scoop followed by a seed into an empty pit and one seed into a filled pit. Let's see what it sounds like. There we go. Now the AI makes a decision. All right, now I'm going to do a steal. So I'm going to choose this one, which will go to here. Oh, scoop, scoop, and then drop. There we go. It works. If you like what you see, please subscribe, and we'll pick this up in the next episode. Thanks.